the emotion I feel in this game, I'm speechless. I didn't do the recap last night just because how angry, frustrated, and speechless I was from this game alone on Monday night. It's the Miami Dolphins going up against Tennessee Titans, where we had to win this game because everything is going our way. We have the Chiefs losing, which unfortunately Buffalo wins this one. Ravens, losing, winning. Jaguars didn't win as well this past week. So it was our chance to capitalize. And we didn't do it. We couldn't even do that against the Titans. So much went wrong in this game. And things went right until things went wrong. All right. Let's see. So it's Will Levis versus Tua Tagovailoa. They start with a 3-and-out. Tennessee didn't get any yardage there. Incomplete to DeAndre. This is what they have. They got DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry. Those are the big powerhouses. The third down play, Xavier Howard got hurt. I mean, Xavier Howard, since the injury, was awful. Our next possession, the Dolphins. We start off promising. First off, Mostert didn't get any yards. 2nd and 10, Tua pass middle to Jalen Waddle for 16 yards. And then Waddle gets hurt. We already had Xavier Howard hurt. And now Waddle's hurt too. So there's a timeout. H-Chan with no gain. 2nd and 10. Pass to Mostert for 4 yards. 3rd and 6. Pass deep left for Tyreek Hill. 19 yards. Okay, good. So we're getting someone. 1st and 10. Tua pass short for Durham Smythe. And then another Dolphin got hurt. It's Connor Williams getting hurt. We already have a short-staffed offensive line. Connor Williams done for this game after this injury. I think he's not coming back for the rest of the season. They're suggesting a knee injury, which would likely end the season. But the worst of all, we don't have the offensive line depth. We never did. Austin Jackson is really our best player on that. Since then, we had another offensive line coming in for Connor Williams. Mostert goes up for 15 yards. Okay, good. We're in the red zone. We're inside the 10. Looking good. Mostert's almost getting a touchdown for 7 yards. Okay. One play, and we're in a touchdown. Right? Offensive line, 2nd and 2. 2nd and goal. Snaps to Tua. Fumble the ball. We fumble the football. Where have we seen this? All year long. All year long we've seen this. Over and over and over. This time it's not even Connor Williams' fault because he's out. They can't snap the ball. So Tennessee takes over. False start. 1st and 13. Near the half the distance. Derrick Henry goes up for 2 yards. 2nd and 11. Will Levis incomplete to Hopkins. A misfire. 3rd and 11. Pass short intended for Spears. Picked off by our big guy, Zach Saylor. And he goes in for the touchdown. Okay. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff by our defensive line. Really, it's unique. It's awesome to see somebody else getting something in. It's the 3rd straight week that the Dolphins had a defensive touchdown. A pick 6. From what I know, this might be the first time in franchise history that this became history. So amazing stuff there. So defense, they can't play football if they choose to. Tennessee, next, they tried again, and they wind up punting the football. Spears going up for 3 yards. 2nd and 7, Will Levis goes up for Okonkwo for 10 yards. 1st and 10, Derrick Henry for a yard. 2nd and 9, Derrick Henry on a no huddle for 3 yards. 3rd and 6, Levis gets sacked by Christian Wilkins. Okay, great to end that possession. Then Dolphins get their possession next. Mostert goes up the middle for 3 yards. 2nd and 7, Achane goes over 15 yards. Good run. 1st and 10, Tua pass short left for Jalen Waddle. 13 yards in. 1st and 10 again. Tua passing to Tyreek Hill, losing 6 yards. And Murphy Bunting, horse collars Tyreek Hill, didn't even have the guts to call it. And Hill was injured after this play. His ankle wound up being hurt for the rest of the game. Where's the horse collar? That's a horse collar. Tyreek Hill coming up, marching off the field, getting the crowd pumped up. In good spirits. I mean, Tyreek Hill absolutely loving the fans. Feeling himself after the injury. Getting the crowd going. MVP chance coming in. Tyreek chance coming in. His return was questionable all game long until he eventually did come back. But either way, 2nd and 16. Pass up the right for Jalen Waddle for 15 yards. Okay, so we're a yard short. Mostert goes up the left for 3 yards. Okay, 1st down. Mostert tries to go up for 15, and he did go up for 15. However, Eichenberg gets called for a penalty offside. Or, holding. So that brings them back. 1st and 16. Achane goes up the left for 7 yards. That will end the first quarter there. 2nd and 9. Achane goes up the right for 2 yards. 3rd and 7. Pass incomplete to Waddle. And then we're forced to punt. Now, remember when I said the Dolphins' defense are good when they choose to, right? Well, they didn't choose to play defense here. We had a lot of opportunities to get them off the field, and we didn't do that, and we paid the price. 1st and 10, Will Levis goes up pass short right to Westbrook for 5 yards. 2nd and 5, Derrick Henry for 6 yards. So we know how good Derrick Henry is. 1st down, Tennessee. No huddle. Direct snap to Spears, and he will wind up getting 5 yards off the Wildcat. 2nd and 5, Will Levis pass right to DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins murdered us. 5 yards. 1st and 10, Spears goes up the right for 3 yards. 2nd and 7, pass incomplete to Derrick Henry. Now we have a chance to get him off. Will Levis on a shotgun formation. Pass short to Spears. 1st down. Horrible. 1st and 10, Will Levis pass right to Moore for 22 yards. You left them wide open. 1st and 10, Spears goes up the left for no gain. So Riley with a good tackle. 2nd and 10, Will Levis. Pass incomplete to Spears. Okay, we can at least hold him for a field goal, right? For 3rd and 10, we got them at least within 5 yards. Bradley Chubb missing the sack. Will Levis escapes. He was tackled, and they would have been not punting. They would have taken a field goal, 3 points. It would have been a 7-3 ball game, right? Bradley Chubb slammed his helmet on the ground, on the field, and he gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Come on, dude. Come on. I understand that you missed the sack. I understand. I know frustration when I see it. I played football. I know it. But at least do it off the field where they don't see you. And that costs us a chance to get off the field. Because 1st and 10, Will Levis actually scrambles himself up the middle for 11 yards. First and goal, Derrick Henry up the middle for no gain. 2nd and goal, direct snap, Derrick Henry, touchdown. Extra point is good. Tie game. Now, Dolphins need to respond somehow. They have to respond somehow. Mozart goes up the middle for 14 yards. Good rush there. First and 10. Achane goes up the left for 11 yards. So good running start so far. So then they tried again. He was tackled within 3 yards. Mozart. Second and 7. Pass short for Berrios with 6 yards. Okay. Third and 1. Tua scrambles himself for 8 yards. Nice run, Tua. First and 10. Tua, after that scramble yard for 8, he loses 5 yards on a key sack. Not great at all. Tua pass incomplete to Cedric Wilson. Third and 15. Achane goes up the middle for 9 yards. Fourth and 6. That goes to the 2-minute warning. Jason Sanders with the 44-yard field goal. Anxiety builds up because can he be consistent? Well, he can. Kicking the ball. Try to get to the upright. Instead, it was blocked. They blocked the field goal. They actually blocked the field goal. So, we didn't score any points off of this possession at all. Recovered by Hooker for at the Tennessee 10. And then he ends up rushing up for 11 yards. Embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing. Then there's 3 and outs. There were a couple instances where there was a penalty on Derrick Henry. Or not Derrick Henry. It was Radnus for a hold. But either way, it became a 3 and out for Tennessee Titans, and then we had our own in 3 and out issues. Then we had a penalty. We didn't get up any closer. So nothing there. Then Tennessee would have their possession. Will Levis short middle for Okonkwo for 7 yards. Second and 3. Using the timeouts, shocker formation pass deep right for DeAndre Hopkins for 24 yards. And they took a look at this play if it was incomplete. And on top of that, Deshaun Elliott got hurt during that play. We already have injuries throughout this game. One of them was out for the rest of the game at this point. Another freaking injury. It's holding back our defense like that. So they reviewed it. What do you call it? They would end up losing a couple of yards off of it. It's still a complete catch. I think at this point Mike McDaniel challenged it, and I mean he once again he loses a challenge. Anyway, first and 10 at the 50. False start that brings it back 5 yards, and then this happens once again. Our defense cannot make a stop, and they can't put the pressure on the receiver like DeAndre Hopkins, because he catches the football for 45 yards. First and 10 at the Miami 10. Pass is incomplete to Hopkins. Second and 10. Pass another incomplete to Hopkins. Third and goal. They had to kick a field goal. Nick Folk. It is good. They will wind up leaving the half 10-7 Tennessee. It's embarrassing. I mean, our defense is embarrassment right now. Now we come back to the third quarter. Second half of football is underway in the Monday night. Mozart goes up the right for 6 yards. Second and 4. Mozart goes up the middle for 2 yards. Third and 2, pass right to Cedric Wilson for 22 yards. 22 yards. And I don't know how he caught that, even if he was out of bounds. His foot was out of bounds, and the Dolphins snapped it just in time before the referees would look at it. So we got away with that one. We got away with it there. No huddle. 1st and 10. Pass complete to Cedric Wilson again for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Mostert goes up the right for 7 yards. 1st and 10. Mostert goes up the right middle for 4 yards. McGreary gets hurt during the play. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. Achane goes up the left for 3 yards. 3rd and 3. 2 pass incomplete to Cedric Wilson. Penalty was on Murphy Bunting for defensive pass interference. So we're in good shape to get this touchdown, right? 1st and goal. Mostert goes up the right, losing 3 yards. So not a good start. Tua then pass to Achane, almost getting a touchdown for 11 yards. And now one of their players, Pecco, gets hurt during the play. He would wind up being out. 3rd and 2, pass incomplete to Cedric Wilson. So they wind up kicking the field goal, and it's good. Tie game. All right, cool, yay. Tennessee would then get the ball back. Derrick Henry for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Spears for 2 yards. 3rd and 5. Just again, they can't get them off the field. Will Levis pass short right to Spears for 8 yards. Penalty was on Ramsey for defensive holds that wound up being declined. No. 1st and 10, incomplete to Burks. 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry goes up the right for 3 yards. 3rd and 7, incomplete. So they punt the ball. And we had a 3 and out. Nothing more to say about that. Just a couple of incomplete passes. And this is an example here that the defense cannot get a stop. They just cannot get a stop. And what ended up happening was they would wind up scoring on this drive. Our defense is embarrassment. Without Javon Holland, it's a total. And Xavier Howard getting burnt every single time. It's an embarrassment show. It's an embarrassment show. So Tennessee, direct snap to Derrick Henry. He ends up getting 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Derrick Henry for 3 yards. 3rd and 5. Oh, get used to this. 3rd down. Spears goes up the left for 8 yards. 1st down, Tennessee. Will Levis incomplete to DeAndre Hopkins. 2nd and 10. False start on Duncan. Okay. All right, cool. 2nd and 15. Pass to Derrick Henry. 17 yards. 1st down. Come on. This is bullshit. 1st and 10. Will Levis deep right for Hopkins for 18 yards. Penalty was on Tennessee, so they brought them back. 1st and 15. Will Levis for DeAndre Hopkins for 7 yards. 2nd and 8. Henry for 2 yards. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 at the Miami. Going down the field. Will Levis for Spears. And he winds up catching the football. He caught the football somehow. He fumbles it and then went out of bounds. Miami challenges this ruling. So the DeAndre Hopkins part was inaccurate because this is the play where they challenged the pass completion. And of course, the call stood. 1st and goal. Derrick Henry going up for a yard. 2nd and 5. Incomplete to right. 3rd and goal. Well, Levis pass up the middle for Westbrook for 5 yards. That wound up being a touchdown. However, he was short. Westbrook was short, and all they had to do was kick a field goal, and they did. All right, Tua. After this, Tua will get the ball back. Pass deep right for Tyreek Hill. Welcome back. Off to an amazing start so far for 23 yards. Okay, good. That will end the 3rd quarter. I really don't want to talk about the 4th quarter, but I'll do it. All right, penalty on Tennessee for neutral zone infraction. That they should have given us a free play. It's not so much with a neutral zone infraction. If he was offside, that would wind up. I think it should have been offside. We had a free play. Anyway, 1st and 5, pass short to Ingold for 13 yards. I mean, what a catch by Ingold. What a catch by Ingold. First and 10. Tua pass deep right for Tyreek Hill for 25 yards. Amazing play there by Tyreek Hill, getting to Tennessee 6. Murphy Bunting was injured during the play. So Tyreek Hill coming in not question, but checking in on the defender. So definitely good sportsmanship. First and goal, Tua scrambles for 3 yards, not bad. Second and 3, pass incomplete to Tyreek Hill. Third and goal, Tua got sacked 10 yards. Embarrassing. It's just embarrassing, dude. That is really embarrassing. We still can't find an end zone since the Steeler touchdown. Tennessee, after that, field goal will be good. Penalty would be on Ferguson for unsportsmanlike contact. And fortunately, it would be a 3-and-out. Unfortunately for us, we didn't capitalize on it. Mostert goes up the right for 7 yards. Second and 3. Mostert goes up the left for 5 yards. That's good for the first. First and 10, Tua pass short right for Achane for no gain. Second and 10, there will be a timeout. Second and 10, because they didn't huddle in time. So the play clock was winding down. Second and 10, pass short middle for Waddle for 15 yards. Good play there. First and 10, Achane for 2 yards. Penalty would be on Miami for offensive hold, so there'll be a first and 20. Unbelievable. First and 20, pass incomplete to Achane. You gotta catch that, even if the ball's a little bit underthrown. That means you step back, then make a catch. Second and 20, pass up the left for Jalen Waddle for 14 yards. So great stuff there. And then Tua gets sacked for 9. This is the issue all season long. We don't have a good offensive line. So Tua is not protected. So then he gets sacked again. So then we have to settle for a punt. Until a mini miracle happens off that punt. Gorer muffs the football. And it was recovered by Miami, Elijah Campbell. So then a disaster freaking possession turned into a miracle at this point. Okay. Now we go back on the field. All right, cool. Mostert goes up the left, pushes for 4 yards. All right, not bad. Second and goal, Mostert, 3 yards. Finally, touchdown. So looking good. Now we need to keep this going. So at this point we're up by 7. So 20-13. Their first snap. It was going to be a rushing play. Will Levis with the bad lateral throw to Derrick Henry fumbles the football, recovered by Bradley Chubb. Okay, awesome stuff there. The defense finally coming alive. Because the Dolphins, next possession, Mostert goes up the middle for 3 yards. Second and 7, there would be a defensive hold on Key after Mostert losing a yard. So we go up a little bit more for an offside. Not hold, an offside. Second and 3, Mostert, no problems there. Touchdown, Mostert for 5 yards. BAT is good. 27-13 with 4:34 left. Okay. Now we have issues. Now we're up by 2 scores. We should get 1 stop and have them milk the clock, right? That will win us a bowl game on Monday night. Now, let's see what happens. Will Levis pass right to Hopkins for 6 yards. Second and 4, pass incomplete to Westbrook. Third and 4, pass up the middle for Ogongwo for 7 yards. Okay. So we'll wind down the clock. Okay. We just need to get a stop. No huddle. Pass up the middle for Spears. 12 yards. Okay, we're still milking the clock. No huddle again. Will Levis pass incomplete to Ogongwo. All right. Second and 10. Penalty was on Tennessee for false start. Okay. And then I start to worry. Second and 15. Will Levis to Spears for 21 yards. Where's the defense? You got to stop him. Why are you letting a running back burn us like that? First and 10. at the Miami 34. Pass to Spears for 8 yards. Second and 2. Westbrook took a deep shot to, Levis took a deep shot to Westbrook for 23 yards. They're at the Miami 3 with 2:40 left of the game. 2:53 left of the game. They no huddled. Will Levis to DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, there's no defense on this. Oh, and it gets way worse. You know how it gets worse? They converted a 2-point conversion because they know our defense is so bad. Then the next possession, all we need is 1 or 2 first downs because they're going to burn their timeouts, right? So Mostert goes up the right for 3 yards. Okay, timeout Tennessee. 2nd and 7. He only gets 1 yard. Timeout Tennessee. And then they elected him to pass, and he ended up scrambles for 4 yards. Penalty became on Miami. That would be a decline. What is this play call? Mike McDaniel, what is this play call? Defense, they need to step up now. Because Tennessee offense is good. They became good out of nowhere. Will Levis, 2 touchdowns up. Will Levis, deep pass to DeAndre Hopkins for 36 yards. 36 yards from the Tennessee 36 all the way to the Miami 28. Just like that. Who got burnt? By Hopkins. Will Levis. Okonkwo pushes for pass for 16 yards. Are you joking? Are we really going to let them score like this? 2-minute warning. Spears goes up the right for 6 yards. Now Miami is forced to take a timeout. Penalty on Miami for a defensive delay of game. What? Delay of game? Now there's delay of games on a defense? That should have been a false start. I saw the movement on the left side. And you called a delay of game? All my years of watching football, I've never heard a delay of game on the defense. Never. Not once. So are the referees and the rules analysts are just making stuff up to keep the game close? Are you kidding me? And furthermore, are you kidding me, Miami's defense? Are you kidding me? Because after that delay of game, just pop out of nowhere, delayed game call, Derrick Henry rushing for a touchdown, and then it would wind up being a 28-27 freaking score. Unbelievable. Miami has to do something without Tyreek Hill because his ankle became a factor. It was not good enough for him to put him back out. You're going to need to have the guts to pull him out there, to put him in. Because he can play. Tua pass to Barrios for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Pass to Achane for 4 yards. Had to go out of bounds. Tua then throws an incomplete pass to Achane. All right. Then 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 pass to Durham Smythe for 7 yards. That would wind up being a catch, which was a nice catch by Durham Smythe. Replay is on upheld. Pass to Achane for a yard. Didn't even go out of bounds. He thought he went out of bounds, but the referee did this, meaning wind down the clock. And then Tua, after that, no protection at all. He gets sacked. Ball game. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Tennessee would take a knee. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Unbelievable. I expect the Heat to do this. But the Dolphins? Against a team, A, never winning a road game this season. B, undefeated at home. We're expected to win this game. And you failed. You failed. Against a Tennessee Titans team that's trying to find an identity. You make them look like a playoff team who can make a comeback. Their special teams are horrible and you still find a way to lose. I don't just want Tua to be held accountable because I thought he wasn't playing that great. He just lost a touchdown streak. But my God, hold the defense accountable. Hold Vic Fangio accountable. Hold Mike McDaniel accountable because he is responsible for his play calls too. He makes the final call. The play call sucks. And this team, Tennessee, of all teams, burns us left and right. Just to prove it to you, Will Levis, 28 for 38, 327 yards, and a touchdown. And he throws a pick six. Tua didn't throw any touchdown pass because, A, the defense for Tennessee is a little bit better, and they can't find a receiver. Without Tyreek Hill, he can't find anything. Inexcusable. Inexcusable, because I seen him play under Brian Flores, and he can play. Problem is, Brian Flores sucked as a coach. But he can play with Jalen Waddle. He can. Problem? He didn't. 240 yards only. 327 is that average yardage for Tua. Unbelievable. And he gets sacked 5 times. Meanwhile, Levis only gets sacked once for 7 yards. And that's only that Christian Wilkins sack. Derek, now the rushing, our rushing was better despite losing. Derrick Henry, not too many yards with a lot of carries. 34 yards, 17 carries. 2 touchdown rushes. Mostert with 21 carries, 96 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Miami's receiving. Jalen Waddle, 79 yards. No one had a touchdown pass. The other side, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, no surprise there. You let him burn us. You let him burn us. Fumble by Tua. Given to freaking Tennessee early in the game. And then 3 fumbles committed by freaking Tennessee. We recovered 3 of those. And you still find a way to lose. They were making offensive and special teams mistakes. 27-13. And you still find a way to lose. Embarrassing. In fact, it's humiliating. It's humiliating. Props to Tennessee. They know how to play football. They know how to get something in. They know how to make the comeback. They did against the Dolphins of all teams. One of the best AFC teams in the league. And we still freaking... I've had it. And Stephen A. says, can't blame people who consider Dolphins fraudulent. You know what? You're a fraudulent rules analyst. You're not even a rules analyst. You're just a person doing talk show host who didn't even play the game. Stephen A., go retire. Go fuck yourself. Never report anything on it again because you're horrible. Nobody likes you but the people up in New York City. Get the fuck out of here. You're a dumbass. I'm done. I'm done. I've had it with. I just had it sometimes. We had the 2.2 touchdown lead, and we still find a way to fuck it up against Tennessee Titans of all teams. I mean, not to discredit Titans because they did play pretty. They did play, and they never give up. I'm pissed off about our own team. This cannot happen ever again. It can't. It just can't. And when it does, it hurts your chances to win the AFC. It hurts your chance to win the AFC East, and more importantly, it hurts your chance to even make it to the playoffs. Why is December our worst month? Last season, we didn't even win a game in the month of December. This cannot be a deja vu. We got the Jets next week. Who knows if Aaron Rodgers will even play? I mean, he might, because you know who's going to commentate our games? Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. Now, I like Jim Nantz. Tony Romo, I hate. He's a... I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. I don't like. I just don't like Tony Romo as a commentator. I think he's biased. He knows football. He played football. I watched him play football, but he has some favoritism, much like Chris Collinsworth favoritism on Patrick Mahomes. I think it's the same thing for him with Josh Allen. Honestly, I prefer Kevin Harlan. I'm done. I keep saying I'm done, but now I'm done. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. If you have enjoyed this video, not the game, and I know Tennessee fans are going to be all over this video and be like, what the fuck happened or anything like that. I don't care. Let them say what they want to say. We deserve to get shit on, honestly, because this team is pathetic. It's pathetic. So anyway, guys, that's going to do this video. If you have enjoyed this video, definitely not the game, because I hated it. Hit the like button, subscribe for content. As always, because I have your back when I do, but I'll be right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. Anyway, guys, this is Miami TVG. Sign off, folks. Good night. I'll see you guys tonight for the Florida Panthers 10 p.m. game.